Hey, welcome to Rendervan, a plugin for Reaper built to manage naming and rendering audio designed specifically for game audio workflows. I've updated a lot of things recently, so in this video I'll walk you through the core workflow from start to finish. So what is Rendervan actually for? It lets you name your renders, tracks your render routing, and presents everything in a clean, easy to read table instead of digging through Reaper's region render matrix. The key idea is this. Where a render item is created determines the render source, and the channel count is stored in that item. That means you can build up sounds with a lot of layers and variations, easily render them, and keep track of where everything is. Before we do anything, one important thing to know. Rendervan works exclusively with folder tracks. You'll need at least one folder track in your project with audio items inside it. When you create the render item, three things happen at once. New item gets placed on the folder track, a node gets written into that item storing the channel count, and a region gets created covering the same time range. To create those, simply select some audio items on your timeline, type in the name, set the channel count, and hit name button or just press enter. Rendervan will scan what you selected, group items into stacks, and create render item for each stack with an auto-generated variation suffix. The start number is configurable in preferences. Now you can select what you want to render and just hit render. That's it. Say you've got render items in the table and you want to rename them. Select those items, type in the new name, and hit name. Rendervan renames the selected items and update the regions to match. If you want to rename everything at once, you can hit Alt plus name. You can also select items on your timeline and rename those the same way. This is a good moment to talk about a new feature in Rendervan, which is focus detection. Rendervan now tracks what was selected last, items on the table or items on the Reaper timeline. The focus indicator tells you which one is active right now, and this matters because it affects what all the main buttons actually operate on. So if you select items on the timeline instead of the table, Rendervan will render those items. Other essential functions of Rendervan are adjusting items and deleting them. If you made some changes to your designs, simply press the adjust button whether you're focused on table items or timeline items, and Rendervan will adjust them. All of the buttons with Alt modifier will affect all items. Rendervan features are also available when you right-click on the table to bring up the context menu. The Reapack link to download Rendervan is in the description below. Peace!